Hey, so it is my second day in Zhengzhou, China. Yeah, it's my second day. I'm a little messed up with my time. Anyway, this is my first day all by myself. At 2:30, which is about 2 hours away, I will be meeting with my guide for school, and she's going to take me around and go shopping and check out the school, things like that. So we're supposed to get a phone for me too, but I think I'm supposed to have my passport with the phone, and the police took my passport, and they will have it for whenever they feel like giving it back. And they're still supposed to come by and check out my apartment. So it's I feel a little wary with them having my passport. I don't think I can actually get a bank account or get a phone without the passport. And I'm pretty isolated so far, even though I'm making this video isolated in a city. I don't know if you can hear those horns. That's communication. But isolated in a city, but I don't have the internet still at this point, so I'm making these videos, and they're actually the most talking that I do in a day so far. Today, I woke up at about 4:30, and I watched Chinese television for about an hour. I watched some crazy soap opera, which I can't. A friend of mine had told me, watch TV and you'll pick up the language. But right now, my brain, or my conscious thinking part of my brain, cannot even fathom the idea of actually being able to pick up this language, especially by watching television. I know that people come to the United States and a lot of people watch a lot of television and they pick things up, but I cannot comprehend this. Fathom is the perfect word. It is such a different language than any I've ever been surrounded by in my life. So anyway, I watched this soap opera, and I can't figure out what's going on. There's a man and two women and a little girl, and one of the women, who I think is in fashion, keeps going to where the little girl is to try and take her. And I think she says she's her mom. And then but the guy who's the father has a wife, and the little girl thinks she's her mom. I kind of want to keep watching and figure out what the hell's going on. But it's very, very dramatic. More dramatic than I think American soap operas. So I did that for an hour. I also watched some game shows. This was last night. I watched some game shows, and I watched this infomercial that was about increasing your breast size. And this thing was hilarious because it would show the girls that with their chests, they're like an A cup or something, and they would be really, really sad, like really sad, like starting to cry even because they're A cups. This is true, just like this. Oh my gosh, I'm flat-chested. And my boss, he's totally flirting with the girl with the boobs. How am I ever going to get a promotion or a boyfriend or a husband for that matter with this flat chest? And then There's these like donut things, and you can put them in your bra. And apparently, they're from fish, and you put them in your bra, and then they like pump into your boob, and it grows, and you can go from an A to a D cup, and then your boss can hit on you, and maybe you'll get a boyfriend, and everybody will like you so much more. This is what the commercial told me. Anyway, so, yeah, that made me laugh. And then I tried to watch cartoons, and the cartoons are just way beyond I can't even figure out what the heck's going on. It's really weird to me, the cartoons. Something was going to eat something else, I think, and they live in the same world, and it's just, yeah, I can't figure it out. So anyway, after my television watching, I decided to venture out into my neighborhood. And so I went for a walk, and I went at 6:30 in the morning, and it was gray as it's like smoke. It's like a gray smoke. I mean, there's a lot of green. Like the grass is green, the trees. I mean, they do a really good job of keeping everything green, but the sky is just a mat of a smoky haze. And you can't really smell it. Doesn't smell bad, but it's hard. It can be kind of hard to breathe a little bit. I did see some people running, so I tried to run a little bit, but I couldn't really run for very far. I couldn't get a good breath. But I walked for a really long time, and it was so humid and sweaty hot at 6:30 in the morning. And there are quite a lot of people out, even at 6:30. There's a group of cyclists that ride around, and people going on walks, and also there's people sweeping the floor. I mean, sweeping the streets with big brooms. They're sweeping the streets, and there's also people standing on the corner. This is later in the day. They'll stand on the corner with red flags with gold stars, what else? There's a lake nearby, and I walked to the lake, and people stare at me a lot, and they kind of laugh at me too. I watched all these videos on people living in China, and I think the problem with those videos are the fact that these people have been living in China for 6 years, or 3 years even, 3+ years, and they don't have the culture shock anymore, and they are able to navigate around in their world more comfortably, and they speak the language, and this is not my experience, and it's because I don't speak the language at all, except for shay shay, and it's just weird being laughed at and stared at. I had to put like these kind of blinders on. So then after my walk, I went home and took a shower because it's so hot. But it's not hot. It's hot. It's just sweaty. It's sweaty. And then I went out to try to find something to eat. So this video is really long, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop it, and then I'm going to start a new video. So when and if I ever get this posted, if I ever get internet, and if I ever get back on YouTube, this won't be as long as it feels, because it's long. Anyway, ta-ta for now. Talk to you guys later. I hope.